Okay, I'm Scott.
I'm Chris.
And we're Two Guys Brewing.
At ungodly o'clock in the morning.
It's about 10 degrees out here in Chris's garage today.
Oh, it's at least 15.
10 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's warmer. We've got the propane tanks going. It's warmer already. Today we're going to be brewing a Saison. It's a style with I've never done before. Have you ever done it?
I have not.
We've got our friend Matt here, who's a professional Saison brewer, amateur.
Hello.
There's Matt. And this is his recipe. This is one of his favorite recipes, he said. So we're actually doing a 15-gallon batch. I've never brewed a 15-gallon batch before. Have you?
Nope.
How about you, Matt?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So this is new territory for all of us. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants.
We're hoping to come out with 3 5-gallon fermenters. We're going to use 3 different yeasts.
Yeah. We are. So the basic recipe, we're shooting for somewhere around a mash ratio of about 1 1/3. So that's 1 1/3 gallons or quarts of water per pound of grain. We got 13.5 pounds of 2-row, 13.5 pounds of Pilsner, 3 pounds of cane sugar, 3 pounds of wheat, torrefied wheat. That's one of those funky things. Your homebrew shop has it, don't worry about it. 1.5 pounds of caramel pills, 1.5 pounds of Crystal 20, and 1.5 pounds of Vienna malt. And we are mashing at a temperature of right around 150, and we actually got it in, and it's 148. So we should be good. It's a 90-minute mash. So actually, it's our first extended mash too. Lots of firsts today. I know we got some different equipment we're going to show you in a minute. So lots of stuff, lots of unknown variables. It'll be beer. We promise. For hops, we got 2 ounces of cluster at 60 minutes, 2 ounces of cluster at 20 minutes, and 1 ounce at 10 minutes. And we're actually going to do a 90-minute boil today also. So we're boiling for a half an hour before we put our first hops in.
All right.
And actually we're doing a split boil. We just don't have any 20-gallon pots kicking around, so we got 2 15-gallon pots, and we're hoping to put, because we're figuring about 22, 23 gallons at the start of that 90-minute boil will get us down to around 15, with our truck and everything. So we're going to probably do 11, 12 gallons in each pot.
Hi, I'm Steve Spears. I'm the owner of Dunkirk Homebrew. We are a local homebrew shop here in the Dunkirk, Fredonia area, located at 3375 East Main Road, Dunkirk, New York. We are a full-line supplier of beer and wine brewing equipment and supplies. Come on down. Most of my customers become my friends. Thank you.
This mash tun, we're going to actually use the mash tun like we did with when we were brewing with Steve, instead of just a lauter tun. And this is one that somebody that used to be at a member of the beer club left laying around, so we borrowed it. And basically it's just a cooler, big cooler, because we're doing a 15-gallon batch. And it's got a little nozzle on the outside and a tube coming through. And in this is here is Scott, hold that up there. That's like a braided piece from a water supply with the guts taken out of it.
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel. And it, basically that just kind of pushes into there. There's a little washer on there, yeah. And that'll act as our as a filter, kind of like Steve's plexiglass false bottom. And then we got this other tube that goes on the outside, which is we've seen us use something like this before. It just kind of attaches on, and then there's a little valve here to turn it on, to open and turn the flow on and off. Go right into a pot from there. Alright, I'm going to call that about 12. We were aiming for what? A mash ratio of about 1 1.3, but if we get down to 1.2, it's not the end of the world. But if you get a thinner mash, you're going to get a better conversion. You're going to get more sugar out there, but you're going to sparge with less. I'm going to say we're about 166 temperature-wise. So we'll probably, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't drop it another 6 degrees with the grain.
So go ahead and put the grain in. We can add a gallon of hot water.
We can add hot water if we need to. We know what our... You kind of get underneath this bag and kind of... Yeah.
37, 38 pounds is pretty heavy, huh?
I don't think it's that heavy. It feels like about, I don't know, 10, 15.
9, 8, 7.
I'm getting lighter by the minute, I don't know. I think I'm just getting stronger.
Probably just the alcohol that can take effect.
There you
Makes
go.
you feel stronger.
Yeah. Brewing at stupid o'clock in the morning, I'll tell you. 148.
That's fine.
Knocking over coffee in here at one time.
The
Multi-can.
coffee you can knock over, just don't knock over.
148 is not as fine as long as we, we end at 146 will still be fine. If we end at 140, then we're going to be like,
This is-
I mean, maybe we should.
Yeah, this is a 90-minute mash, so.
Alright, so let's check it in like 30
It's
minutes and see where we're
11:30,
at.
so.
Yeah. Check it at noon and see where we're at.
So where's the...
The other one's on the other
Let's use this
side.
one for the boil line. Okay? And I think the camera's like, no, near where this is. And how much do you usually pop for a boil off?
Put the whole gallon or look till it
I'm
looks
asking,
clear.
what do you do, Matt?
Basically do it until it's not seeing, something to do with so much clear. So it's not getting a lot of.
Steve did like, what, 2 gallons, 3 gallons, he's like, kept
I have a
circulating.
smaller pitcher at home, sometimes I might do 3 pitchers. That's
Some
less
of
than
them
a
only
gallon.
do like 2 quarts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Depends on,
I think I probably do up to a gallon.
up to a gallon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Basically, as long as you're not seeing, pieces of green on the paper, like that, it starts to look a little clear, then that's fine.
Are we ready to roll?
Let's do 1 more gallon.
Okay.
Can we do some pouring or just do some holding?
Whatever works for you. Want to do both? I'll pour and you hold, or
Doesn't
you can
matter.
do both.
Doesn't matter. I do think it's, lets the water get a lot softer,
Well, it probably does.
Spreads it out somewhat.
Yeah, it does that too. Well, these larger quantities are kind of nice, so I can get a whole gallon.
Right.
Usually I pour in 2 half gallons, draw off a half gallon, pour in 2 half gallons, draw off a gallon. Definitely want to get,
You think our speed here is okay? I looked at it, seemed like it might be a hair fast, but no, it doesn't seem.
does it, because we're doing
That seems fine.
15 gallons, does that mean that our sparge should be longer than a 10 gallon, or should it still be the same?
That's an answer I don't have for you.
Yeah, I don't either.
Well, I think as a fly sparger, I'd say it should be longer. As a batch sparger, I say you let it rip as fast as it goes.
You know, I've never heard of a difference between a 5 gallon and a 10 gallon batch.
Right. I think basically they just say it should take 45 minutes or
An
or
hour.
longer.
Yeah, you can batch. Apparently, you can fly sparge too quickly.
Yeah.
Batch spargers could care less.
Well, but yeah, but as a batch sparger, you stir and,
Right.
Yeah.
and, right, so that's a little different
It's
animal.
just like two sparges basically, but you're letting them run quickly. We're doing one sparge and letting it run slowly.
I think an hour is fine. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if we go more than an hour, then we're probably doing it wrong.
Mhm.
But I wanna get as much out of here so that I can,
Yeah, we're
I don't know that you really
Hot
could go
milk.
too slow, that there's a negative aspect of going too slow, other than it takes longer.
well, definitely, you're supposed to keep the water level as a fly
An inch or so,
sparge.
an inch or so over above the drain bag.
Right.
Right.
So,
And not necessarily more, but keep it, around the same. Whatever works.
But a gallon at a time is a hell of a lot less work.
Yeah. They say if your water level is way above your grain bed, then you can get actually compaction and things like that. So
Yeah, I can
you want to
see
keep
that.
it just X amount.
I'm up, yeah,
And same thing with the design of your mash tun. They say, like if you have a narrow one, but it's really, really tall, it's going to create compaction. There's a limit of how tall and skinny you want your mash tun.
yeah.
yeah. Right, you see these people doing in those 5-gallon, like McDonald's drink dispensers. And I don't think you wanna be much,
Those,
those are, that's
from
about
what
a
I-
maximum.
from what I've read, that's not enough to cause the compaction or cause you any issues.
That's
actually
5
what I use
gallons.
For
Yeah.
most beers.
Well, in a 5-gallon, right.
Yeah. But the
If you-
10-gallon one is actually wider
Right.
and it's not horribly tall, so I think to me, that's about the best one on the market for,
The 10-gallon.
for like, up to a certain amount of beer, obviously. But the 10-gallon one with the stainless steel false bottom, I think it's one of the best designs out there. I really do.
Because you got a lot more going through that grain, I think it's a deeper grain bed.
And the false bottom idea I love, as opposed to the little screening ideas and different things like that.
Yeah, well, I've never used one of these before, we've talked about them. And,
Personally, I'm positive you're gonna lose efficiency in here.
how do you figure? I mean,
There's
As opposed to a false
There's
start.
just not enough area for everything to drain down through. It's not evenly across the whole thing. Like the manifolds,
Mhm.
I would say would be better than this because the manifold has stuff spread out through the entire bottom of the grain bed. So a manifold I think would be second best. I think false bottom is best.
All right, how does this?
The one
Is
Pete
there-
bought, that cookie sheet he bought all perforated, looked pretty cool. If you could
Yeah,
cut the fit,
yeah, that's
so
pretty sweet.
that looked pretty slick.
I
And
guess-
a lot better than drilling it.
I think if that's done right, I do think that's probably the best way to go.
That looked pretty
is the
good.
False bottom.
Yeah, that
Well, you
looked
think about big breweries and stuff, they've got a big false bottom. I think they're doing it for a reason.
Yeah, and you can look at the mash tuns or
Which is a big mash tun.
That's enormous. We didn't even scratch the surface.
No, we could have probably done a 20-gallon batch or even a 25-gallon batch in this thing.
I think Steve's cooler holds up to, what was it, maybe 33, 34 pounds of grain, maybe 35.
that's probably
but not
I
very
would
much.
say that's about the
So
maximum.
you'd be about maxing his out. then.
Just, we'd be lucky to make it happen in his, that's why we
This
decided to go
is,
with
this
this.
is sweet.
I got this 70 quart just like Steve's, and I would say that 33, 34 would
Yeah, you go much over that.
That would be maxing it
I
out.
can do. I use that one there, that little blue one. Which is an older
That's like
version
a
of the gray
48
one.
quart one, I think.
Yeah, and that thing I can get. I've never had a problem. I max my. Then again, I don't mash it. I use it as a lauter ton. But yeah, like I said, I just mash in my kettle usually, and then I use that as a lauter ton. And that one there, in this I can get 23, 24, 25 is really pushing. I think I did 26 once, and it was like right to the top. And it was too much. Too much grain. But that little blue cooler there didn't have a problem with it. I was still that far from the top. Hey, it may be 13 degrees outside, but I swear it's got to be at least 40 in here.
No, it's 14.
It was like 38 when I came up here. I picked up the phone.
There you go. See, almost 40.
Yeah. It's about 40.
There you go. See, told you. Yeah, I think it cools down. It's It's down to 12 outside.
If we didn't go work outside, we're not gonna find it.
Let's see. 1:45, and the temperature's already dropped a degree. We've hit our high, we're good. And you would think this was January, but no, it's not. Almost March. There are like, what, 3 days from March, not even. We hate winter, we're done. We all quit. Well, last spring we brewed out.
Those couple 35 or 40 degree days that come sprinkled through the winter, they actually make a big difference.
Well,
When you don't have them,
Actually, we haven't seen those in a month and a half.
exactly. When you don't get them,
Well, last spring, what was it? I think it was March last year we brewed them. I don't know, so whatever, 5 or 6 or whatever, out on your back porch. And there was still snow, but man, it was like 40, 50 degrees out there. It was balmy. You know, we were brewing outside. It wasn't bad. This isn't too bad. We're inside. It's not getting snowed on. This man's putting on a few more layers on.
There you go. And it was warm in here until somebody opened the door and left it open. Who was that?
I'll just set a gel over, don't worry about it.
That's what happened.
All right, so we're boiling
Looking good.
without being informed. All right, so how long we've been boiling? You figure?
There you go.
We're going at the 45 mark, so we won't be hopping until 15.
So 45. So about 9 minutes ago.
So 15 after we'll start our like hour,
About 20
hour
minutes.
timer and our tops.
Okay. Groovy.
This one looks like it's not going. Looks like we
No, they definitely
we added a
boil.
little bit of that back to it.
Okay, no, it looks like it's boiling to me. I see it moving.
Yeah, this one was kicking a little higher till we got to
Yeah. What a gallon. What a gallon.
probably not even. But I figured we wanted to throw it in.
Yeah, I remember Carl.
We're gonna boil up a lot.
Carl brewed with us before. He stopped over to say hi and drink beer. And brew. All the above.
Yes, and Brewing we are.
And Scott's in there, he's like, yeah, they're big boys. They're out there an awful long time. What are they doing out there?
Well,
You worry about the foam?
we're inspecting.
No, not really.
Oh, okay, just playing.
Sometimes I stir it away to get a nice clear area for the oil to happen.
Ah, he's playing.
Well,
What do you think, Carl? You think he's playing?
I don't know.
You don't know.
all I know is when you have the foam covering the entire thing and you're not paying attention,
It'll boil over.
you got a major boil.
I can't believe they had a boil over on
If
this
you-
one.
If you create a spot and get the foam out there, it tends to boil more freely and not.
We'd actually had a boil over, which I haven't had in a long, actually none of us have had in a long time. So, but it happens. We didn't lose too much. Like Matt said, about 6 big blops, and then he came out there and shut it down. Took care of it. He's on top of things.
So that's the Saison you make?
Yeah, we're looking at Saison.
What do you got here, about 18 gallon?
20
We've
something.
got a little over 20 boiling,
Oh, I got
probably 22 boiling.
We're hoping to get down to around 16
yeah.
for putting the primer in.
It's a nice rolling boil, isn't it?
That wouldn't come right back
They're boiling. Not only are they boiling, they're boiling over down the side.
They boil over?
Yeah, a
Little bit.
Little boil over.
Yeah, just caught it when I flipped the door open. It was right up to the top.
Oh,
and
yeah,
lost-
looks like it
lost
got
it.
just about there.
So I ran over here and shut it right off.
Look at here. That, I would really like that little valve on there. It really helps. You can adjust it, like, it's way better than that kind.
So this might turn into a sour.
Well,
You
that was,
already have.
you know, well, let's put it this way. There's 5 left. And
Well,
I don't know that there's gonna be 5 left by the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'll drink this. I'll drink it.
Alright.
We're gonna have to watch this one in case it runs out. This is the lighting, right?
Yeah.
That one should run out, but if there's more in that one there, but that one, I don't think there's
Just wondering, I've got this on as high as it can go, and it seems like the flame wasn't getting higher, like it might be, you know, starting to
Check that one over there, how much is in that one?
It feels empty.
Yeah, pretty close. How's this one feel?
You think this getting low too?
Right.
It feels as empty as that.
Alright, well,
Yeah, it feels pretty low.
How about this one? How about that one feel?
I think that one feels pretty good. You brought it full, didn't you?
I don't
that
know.
does sound like it's,
It
sounds like it's thinking about getting empty.
Yeah, we don't want to lose.
Is that what that sound is?
Oil and stuff.
Like I said, we can hook that other one up. These are the only 2 I got. Worst case scenario, I could always.
I got more.
Walmart.
I got more in my house.
Oh, do we? That's closer than Walmart. So.
Well, considering the length of our oil and stuff, I think we should have it, to be honest.
Well, I'll tell you what. This one runs out. We'll hook that one up, and when we hook that up, we'll go over to Scott's.
We can hook that up and it's empty.
But it's not empty yet. You know,
It felt pretty close, well, just like this one.
yeah.
We're already kind of like, I mean, it's an okay,
What are we, halfway
Do
through?
you want to run over to Scott's right now?
do I?
Yeah.
Not particularly.
Oh, there you go. So
Well,
when this one runs out,
They're on my porch, so anyone who wants to go over and grab them. You don't have to
when this
go
one runs
inside.
out, we'll hook that one up. We'll go over to Scott's to get the other one.
I might have a half a tank over there.
That's even closer
Yeah,
to
well,
Scott's
well,
house.
it's a lot closer.
That's what I mean.
No, well, I didn't. Yeah, I just assumed Carl lives. And I talked to Carl, you know, and he's like, I'm like, where do you brew? He goes, well, I brew with other people. And they bring their equipment over to my house. You know, so I just assumed Carl doesn't have it.
Well, we might need to run over to your house, get a little bit of gas.
Think you need it now? Do you need it?
So you know what, you want to take a walk over, I'll walk over and just.
Oh,
see if
yeah, he's
you
willing to
have-
walk across the street. He's not letting
I'm
me walk.
definitely willing to walk across.
We're
You
gonna
are?
need it
I
before we're
probably
done.
want to drive
Probably.
this.
Alrighty then.
Have it as a spare. And I'll take this and. Oh, do you want to?
Be good to have it.
Sure! I'll be right back.
I'll go in front. You take the back. You take the ass end. I'll go in front. Should have put my coat on.
Me too.
Tell you what. What's
What are we thinking? What do you
Watch
want?
your head. Up. Take it back. It's always a possibility.
Wait, hold. Sorry. My glasses all seem up against his shit.
I'm debating what to do with this thing now.
Yeah.
It's got it right here.
Actually, that beer got better.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we were hoping it would do, and then it didn't do it.
That's spoiled stuff.
Yeah,
Actually, it was almost as, I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't.
it was definitely better than it was
It
at
was
Christmas.
better, yeah, it was better than the last time I tried it.
Which I did not expect. Oh, man. Only up to my knees.
That was pretty deep.
I think it was deeper than our knees. I think it just stonily sticks where you're kicking forward. You know what? There's a chair right here. Whew.
Feels kind of warm in here now. Not warm, but not.
A hell of a lot warmer than it is outside, right?
My coat, my coat's still in your dining room.
So is mine. And like I said, you know, you get 2 burners going.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference. I mean, it
Oh,
takes a while. I mean, it wasn't this warm when we were mashing.
But no.
Now that we're boiling, it's definitely warmed up. And that little heater's still going too.
Yeah, so it doesn't. I don't think it's warm enough to turn off yet.
No. Oh, that thing, I'm gonna leave that on until we're done. Because you turn those things off, and all this, and you open that door, and you're wishing that it was warmer.
Every time you open that door, it's a huge hit.
All right, Carl, you can help me.
Help, Carl.
Help!
But Carl's on his phone too. Two guys on their phone, one guy getting a beer.
Beer thing, this is
What?
my beer time.
Two beer guys and a beer guy, a phone guy. I tell you what, fuck y'all.
Help!
I'm
Help,
putting
help me, Chris! Help!
2 ounces of cluster. We put one into each, just so yeah.
Okay.
We got 60 minutes to go.
Man,
This is good pizza.
20 days till spring?
yeah, I know it. Something to look forward to, huh?
It's colder here than it is in Alaska.
It's been a pretty fucking
Yeah,
We're in
winter.
Siberia. We are colder than friggin' Siberia.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
I am so fucking sick of winter.
Me too.
So fucking sick of winter.
Yeah, this knocked the shit out of everybody. This is the coldest I figured they said.
Yeah, since the 1800s. It's-
In our lifetime, yes, Carl. Yeah.
Yeah.
As cold as it's been in our lifetime.
But having friends that brew, and having a brew club are a good thing. See, I borrowed this
I
from
probably do
Scott.
have 20.
I borrowed this from Scott. I
I
borrowed
prob-
that from Scott.
I probably have
That from the
20.
brew club.
Yeah.
This is from the brew club. This down here is from, I don't know, somebody that brews.
Where's all
I don't think I'm using any of my own equipment today. Oh, my propane, never mind.
There you
Some of the
go.
propane's mine.
My propane, Carl's propane.
I got propane over there.
We're in Chris's garage.
That's a, you know,
Hey,
it's a family affair.
having friends and being in a club.
Eating Chris's pizza.
Yeah.
I supplied most of the beer.
He's a good cook. You make good pizza.
Well,
Yeah.
If there isn't a local brew club, start your own.
absolutely. Get together with a couple friends and start brewing because it's really easy. And you don't need, you can do it on your kitchen stove. You can do 5-gallon batches
You can,
and split
yeah.
it in 2.5 gallons. That's a case of beer apiece.
Yeah. Well, we were gonna do, if we did 10 gallons, we'd have been down at the brew shop using their stove today.
Yeah.
But we decided to do 15, and the stove just wasn't big enough. So we improvised. But having friends is good.
Worked out
Don't
really
be-
Thinking about buying some equipment, get bigger, get as big as you can afford because you'll outgrow it.
Yeah, it's a good investment. You know, good equipment.
Yeah, just anytime. Imagine.
What kind of yeast are you using?
All of
Saison
them.
yeast.
Hmm?
Saison yeast.
Saison.
3 different kinds.
Oh, yes.
Matt's got something for himself. We're actually, that's a good point, Carl.
I never heard of that, using 3 different yeasts.
We're gonna break it up into 3 different.
3 different batches.
Yeah.
So that's a good actual point there, Carl. We're gonna use 3 different kinds of yeasts. This is Lelman, Dan Star.
Dan Star.
Dan Star. I think it says Bella Saison. Somebody wrote all over it.
That's one name. That was mine.
Yeah. Matt knows what it is. 'Cause he's been around this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a dry yeast, which is kind of nice. What is this? Bella Saison? Is that what that says?
I think this is Bell.
Bell.
Bell Saison.
Bell Saison. And this is a White Labs Belgian Saison yeast blend. White Lab seems to like the blends. The problem with the blends is they're really tough to culture.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because you're not sure that you're going to end up with
What's,
with the
Predominant or what's,
you're not gonna sure you're gonna end up with the same mix.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what are you using, Matt? I think it was Coke Pocket. That's where I had these for the last 2 days, was in my Coke Pocket too. Oh, you got a white labs too.
WLP 565 Saison Ale yeast.
565. This is a 568, mine is.
This is, I think this used to be called Saison 1. This
Ah.
is supposed to be the same strain as the Saison DuPont yeast.
Saison DuPont. Just like the tires.
Yeah.
So if one of them tastes like rubber,
Or paint. Doesn't
Or
DuPont
paint.
make paint? Yeah.
It's just like
More like that one.
well, you were just outside, weren't you?
no.
Maybe I was just outside.
Here's 20 minutes.
Well, 20 minutes. Up, it's clock. I was wondering what that noise was.
Beep, beep, beep. Good thing you got a brew app.
I love it.
I usually
Or
write
when
those
you
things
use it.
down, but I didn't.
It's just called Brew Timer. Yeah, it's just its own app.
From who?
It's just for time of year.
It's not like a Mr. Beer or anybody like that.
No,
No, there's a few of them now.
I'm sure there's many other ones.
Here, Scott, throw that one over, will you? There we go. Another 2 ounces of cluster. 20 minutes. Now this cluster is 8.1 alphas and 2.5 betas.
Really?
5.2. Did I say 2.5?
You said 8.1 and 2.5?
8.1 and 5.2.
8.1.
That's my dyslexia kicking in. I do apologize.
Humana.
I can't help it.
That's extra whiskey potatoes, isn't it?
All right.
I don't know, but if I could add a few more there.
All right, let's do this one.
Well, not anymore.
All right. 20 minutes. That's what Matt said.
Watch your, don't get close there because this is already,
Yeah.
it's already happened at least once, probably more than once.
Look at that.
That'll boil.
I never had that problem before.
That'll boil out on your foot.
Yeah, there's nothing coming out. I don't know who used it. Oh, sugar.
Sugar. All right. So does it matter when or where it goes, Matt?
What's that?
If I add a little bit to some of these now, does it matter?
Yeah, just
Is it
go,
good now?
just go half and half and you can give that a little stir if you want, make sure it's all sticking.
Go ahead, grab. Go,
So I know where your food is.
Measured it all out yet. Yeah. You like brewing beer, Carl?
What's that?
You like brewing beer?
No.
No?
No, I enjoy it. It's a lot more enjoyable doing it with somebody else, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun sitting around getting drunk and doing it. I mean, it takes like 4, 5, 6 hours. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Well, yeah, for one person. Yeah.
But if you like drinking beer, somebody's got to brew it.
Well, that's what I mean, that's the, you know, you reap your rewards, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you're making a good beer, it's just like cooking, you know. Cooking good food or something.
Yeah, that's kind of part of it too, is making good beer.
Oh, this is a lot of ginger in this.
There's our horn.
Oh, is that, what's that? Just Flame out.
That's the end of everything.
Flame out! I'll shut this one off, you shut that one off.
All right.
I think I went the wrong direction. That was a great shirt. Anchor bar. Ever had their wings?
No, but I've heard they're the best.
No, they're awful.
Are they really?
No, they're awful.
They're all right. They're not.
They're not
awful.
good.
They're not awful. But they're not the best.
They're not good.
I think Lenovo probably has the best.
Lenovo,
If you
Duff's.
If you live in Buffalo, you have to go to Duff's.
Duff's is good.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, any pizza joint's gonna have better wings than Anchor Bar.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Now, you know what?
Last year,
I'll tell you the way to make good wings. You deep fry them. You take them out. Frank's hot sauce and
Butter.
and however much butter to make.
Right.
But yeah, you know, Frank's hot sauce and some butter and deep fried wings, and that's all you need. And
It is.
people they put like dry rub and it's like, you know, they bread it. It's like, you don't need to do any of that shit. I mean, wings are the easiest thing in the world to make.
Yeah, you can just, yeah, you put
Well,
them
you
in
gotta
that
deep
container,
fry. You
shake
gotta
them.
deep fry them to just the right point.
Mm-hmm.
Then you gotta mix them with 2/3 French sauce, 1/3 butter. And then you gotta make the best wings that you could ever have. You kind of have to work at a pizza joint.
Yeah.
Because then you can toss them into the oven for just a couple seconds or a couple minutes until that bakes them all, until it bakes it all
But
off.
even if you don't bake them, you don't have to bake them for them to be
No.
amazing. But you start.
But that will make them most.
I mean, it's
amazing
not
wings.
rocket science, and people just, you know. It's like all you people that don't live near Buffalo, this is how you make wings.
No,
And they're
it's
not
really-
buffalo
it's
wings.
really
They're
easy.
chicken wings.
They're chicken wings. The bigger, the fattier, the better. I mean, you need really big, fat, heavy chicken wings. That's good.
There we go. There you go. You got it. You're good.
Oh, somebody's better off fixed too much.
I only got a little bit up my nose.
That's right. That was your butt. Right? Well, that's, yeah.
Oh,
that's my bucket. He dropped them.
Hey, Jack, if you can do 2.5 and then we'll stop it, we'll dump the rest of this into there.
Doesn't really matter.
Well, then we're not going to end up with like a half a gallon off or whatever. Should we?
Goes into here.
Yeah.
Why don't you lift the other bucket
Pretty
first?
small.
Stop being so logical, will you? You got that?
You ready?
Good?
I'm on the side.
Yeah, but you good. It's a different question than are you on that side?
Well, I'm good for this side. I'm good for this half of
You
it.
give that broke the other end of that handle?
So
Are
hang-
you out of your
All right,
mind?
hang on, don't do anything, let's dump this in. Unfortunately, this is kind of slow.
Who said that?
So we're gonna,
That's a lot to dump in there.
I'm just concerned about all the schmeg on the bottom.
Dump it in.
That's
Let
all the
that
good
sit for a
stuff,
minute.
actually.
Let that sit for a minute.
I think I'm gonna start running. Is that cool?
Do whatever you think is good.
I don't think it's really gonna settle too awful much in a real short time. There's a lot of aeration doing it this way, that's for sure.
Yeah. Everything, bitch. This one.
Put the lid on it.
No. Well, you could.
It wouldn't be a bad thing, just rest,
set it
rest
on
the
there.
lid on there.
Carly, don't you do one of those lids?
Or again?
Just one.
One that's been laying down in there.
You want one?
Here.
Good? Oh, you want?
Julie.
You want. It's all rinsed.
To the dame who's in charge over there. Keeping us drunks in line.
I think this is the best way to do it, right?
I'm gonna say we're around 60. It's super, super hard to read, and I don't wanna go take this amount. We could try a sample on that and see what that is, but That won't be exactly what we have, but it'll be maybe close.
I'm Scott. That's Chris. We had a great day brewing out here in the freaking freezing cold weather. Everything's turned out pretty well, actually. We made 15 gallons of different beer that we're all doing 3 different yeasts on, and
I think we ended up closer to 17 gallons.
a lot of friends splitting it up 3 ways, just trying to figure it out. It's been
We'll all pitch our yeasts and we'll get together in a few weeks and give it a try. See which one's good, which one's better.
a real joy. We'll let you know how it turns out. So, hey.
Ciao.
Here at Dunkirk Homebrew, we offer a wide selection. Our malt extracts are Breese liquid, Munton's liquids, Breese dry malt extracts, Brewer's Best beer ingredient kits, and we carry a full line of grains from Avantgarde, German malt, Dingemans, Munton's, Breese, a full line of specialty grains, special beef, flake rice, white wheat, you name it, we've got it. And we will crush it for you, no charge.
All right, so we're tasting Scott's Saison first. Basically, they're all the same. We just use different yeast, different fermentation temperatures. So we're doing Scott's batch first. Do you remember what yeast he used?
It was the Danstar one.
Danstar.
Bell Saison.
Yeah, Bell Saison.
It was a dry
yeast.
dry yeast. All right. And why don't we start with Carl and we'll just work around the table here.
Alrighty.
Read off your numbers.
My numbers?
Yes.
I got an 8 for aroma. I said it's pleasant. And I got a 2 on the appearance. And I said it's nice. And the flavor, I gave it a 14. Enjoyable. And mouthfeel, a 4. And overall impression, I give it an 8.
What's that up to? Yeah, 36 down there?
36. Yeah. But it is enjoyable.
Not a bad little beer. All right. What do you think, Matt?
Pretty similar to Carl. Aroma, I gave it an 8. Appearance, a 3. Flavor of 15. It did taste a little malty, not quite as dry as I might expect. Mouthfeel, 4. That was good. Overall impression, 7. And total score here is 37.
I think I dinged it the most of everybody. It's unusual. And I still think I was being generous. Of course, I was after getting my beers judged by professionals, and
That could be rough.
I'm like, all right, maybe I'm being too generous on these. But aroma, I gave it a 3. So it's got a slightly off smell, like an infection aroma. I didn't really notice much hops or malt in the aroma. For an appearance, gave it a 3. It looks clear to me, but nice head retention. So I think we're good there. Flavor, I gave it a 15. It's good flavor. Real kind of low on the fruit esters. I think it should be a little fruitier for a saison, but it does have slight hops and malt flavor. You can definitely taste them in there. Mouthfeel, I gave it a 4 out of 5. That's got a light body. It's good carbonation. I don't really taste any astringency in that. And overall impression, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Very drinkable. So I gave it a 32 out of 50. What do you think, Scotty?
I'm not too far off from where you're at there. For aroma, I gave it a 10 out of 12. It definitely smells. I just don't know what it should smell like. I don't know how hoppy it should be in the first place. Appearance, I gave it a 3 out of 3 because I'm going to do dinner part for
Yeah.
flavor. I gave it a 10 out of 20.
It's
I
not
think it's
perfectly
okay.
clean.
Plastic containers.
All right. Mouthfeel, I gave it a 4 out of 5, which seems to be the general consensus. And overall impression is 7 out of 10 for a total score of 34.
What did you do different? Different yeast? Than,
Different yeast and different
Different
temperatures.
yeast, yeah.
Different temperatures, how? Where?
But his was
Mine was cold.
the
Yours
whole
was warmer.
time. Mine was down in my basement where it's usually in
Oh.
the 60s, and then towards the end of the fermentation, I actually wrapped it in a blanket to raise the temperature up a little
Okay.
more.
And what didn't you do, Scott? Or what did you do?
I just set mine over in the corner of my kitchen, which isn't really all that well heated in the wintertime, so
Yeah.
it was like 55, 60 degrees, and I left it there for a month.
Yeah, okay, so it didn't, okay.
So what yeast did you use, Chris?
This one has a nice
Remember?
little fruitiness that I enjoy.
I used the White Labs yeast. I'm not sure.
Saison, I'm sorry. Yeah, Saison yeast blend.
Yeah, it's a it's a blended yeast.
Okay.
But
I think it's like a Saison and 2 Trappists.
it's yeah.
It tastes good.
All right, let's go around the horn again. We'll start with Carl again and kind of ease way over there.
All right, well, the aroma, I gave it a number 8, and I said it is nice. It's a nice aroma. And the appearance, I gave it a 0 because it's in a plastic cup. I can't see a damn thing. So that's that. But in the flavor, full-bodied, very nice. And I give it an 18. Mouthfeel, I gave it a 4 because it's lasting. It stays right up there. Overall, very enjoyable. 39.
Right.
So what do you give us, Matt?
All right, for aroma, I gave it a 10 out of 12. It was a little fruity and pleasant. Appearance, I gave it a 3. Flavor, I gave it 16. It had a slight maltiness, low hop, and a very nice overall flavor. Mouthfeel, 4 out of 5. Overall impression, 8 out of 10. And a total score of 41.
Pretty close to where I was at. I gave it a, on aromas, I gave it a 10 out of 12. That it's got some fruity esters. I really didn't notice no noticeable hops or malt in the aroma. For appearance, I gave it a 3, and a good head retention. And looking at it in the bottle, I can see right through it. It's clear.
You can pretend to
Flavor, I gave it a 17. It did have a slightly lagery flavor that I thought, but I got over it. Good fruit esters, good malt backbone, I thought. Mouthfeel, I gave it a 5 out of 5. Good body, warm and creamy. I really liked the way that tasted on my palate. And overall impression, I gave it an 8 for a grand total of 43. I was oh, hey, look, it's only 2 points above you.
I was going to give you
For aroma, I gave it a 10 out of 12. Appearance, it's a 3 out of 3. Flavors, got a 13 out of 20. Mouthfeel, I gave it a 4 out of 5. And overall impression, an 8 out of 10 for a total score of 38.
Well, there you are.
Yeah,
Good
boy,
score.
Scott's the low score there, and even we all gave it a pretty good.
That's still some pretty good scores.
Yeah, it was good. It was definitely good. We definitely were way generous.
What yeast was this one, Matt?
This was Saison 1 from White Labs. That's the Saison DuPont strain.
That's the one, is that in a tube also?
Yeah, how the
Yeah.
White Labs would be. Alright.
But this wasn't a blend. This was a straight.
Right. Oh, we got it.
All right, Carl, why don't you start us out here again?
Yeah,
If
okay.
you're willing to
well,
travel to take the test.
I said the aroma is good, and I gave it all a 9 on the aroma. And the appearance, I gave it a 3 because Chris said it in plastic cups it looks good. And so, all right, well, the flavor is very nice, and I'll give it a 19 actually. Mouthfeel, it is pleasantly lasting, and I give it a 4. Overall impression, I give it a 9, and I give it a smiley face.
Yeah, go ahead.
44?
44.
Right, 44. All right, for aroma, I gave it an 8 out of 12. Slightly fruity, not much malt in the aroma. Appearance, 3 out of 3. Flavor, I gave it an 18 out of 20. It was fruity and maybe a slight cloviness in there, which was good. Mouthfeel, gave it 4 out of 5. Well carbonated and a dry finish. Overall impression, 8 out of 10, and that gives it a 41.
Yeah, you were way too judgmental on your own beer.
I didn't have to. I couldn't give myself a 50.
Yeah, like I said, my numbers pretty much lined right up with Carl's. 9 out of 12 for aroma, a slight fruity aroma. 3 out of 3 on appearance. 19 out of 20 for flavor. A strong fruit flavor, and I could a slight malt flavor in the background, which was nice.
Mouthfeel, 4 out of 5. Good body. It could have been a little bit heavier, but I'm not sure on the style if it's supposed to be, real heavy on the mouth or lighter. Overall impression, 9 out of 10 for 44.
Well,
Okay, I gave it a 9 out of 12 for aroma, 3 out of 3 for appearance, 16 out of 20 for flavor, 4 out of 5 for mouthfeel, and 8 out of 10 for the overall impression, which adds up to 40.
So yeah, on flavor,
So-
it didn't have enough of that infected flavor for a second.
I don't know. Let me try a few more commercials.
we're gonna remember that next time. Don't screw it up.